Hey everyone, welcome back to the Star Series C qualifier. This is Luminous, and I'm joined by Aosin, and this is Fnatic versus GeekFam. Fnatic not doing too well here at the Star Series. They have played, I believe, 4 games, or is it 5? Let me quickly check it out. Let's see. Fnatic, they have played 4 games. They won 1, drawn 1, and lost 2. So they're definitely on the bottom half, whereas GeekFam, they play 5, they've won 1, drawn 2, and lost 2. So Fnatic a little bit better, but not by much. And I think this is going to be the turning point for both of these teams. If one team gets to 2-0 the other, they get a bunch of points and get to make a big climb on the leaderboard. So for now, we got a draft on the way. Steven, do you have anything interesting that you want to point out?
So far, Fnatic have Underlord and Juggernaut. This is honestly a pretty damn strong opening. Fnatic haven't been looking too good, but I have a lot of confidence in their ability to kick back.
Okay. I mean, I think this draft is actually very easy to play, like right from the get-go, right? Because these two heroes very good at grouping up and just pushing towers. Also very good at defending towers because of the Underlord. And at a certain point, once you have Greaves, Pipe, Healing Ward going, it's very hard for the enemy team to fight into you. So I feel like Fnatic has, at least currently in the draft, the inevitability factor.
Would it be surprising to say that I think that this series might actually go to a 1-1?
I don't think that would surprise me at all.
Do you think GeekFam can 2-0 Fnatic?
I mean, they definitely can. If Raji's been playing really well today, or at least in the first game. His bounty hunter game was a bit soft, but
reserve time.
Well, they do ban on it. They banned out the Pudge themselves, so they don't want to deal with the Febby Pudge.
Yeah. The only problem I have with the Pit Lord being picked up is that Ohio. I mean, it's a strong hero, but Ohio I think excels in heroes that move around the map a bit more. And this is kind of like a sit in the lane, be very passive kind of hero. And some teams do put it on a 4 position, but Febby, again, very similar. I think he does better on heroes that are, more mobile, and Pit Lord is not one of those either. So they do have the Pit Lord, but I'm not sure if it's going to be, the best Pit Lord ever.
10 seconds to go.
Can you really mess up Pit Lord too badly? I mean, you just gotta get your levels in the lane, right, and then farm up and group up.
Yeah.
Get a couple of buttons for your mech and your pipe. Should be good to go.
Yeah, I think the only difficult thing about playing Pit Lord is judging your survivability. Well, I guess the Dark Rift too, because we do see players messing it up. But your survivability throughout the various stages of the game changes quite rapidly. Early on, you're actually quite squishy without like a level or 2, without the poor man shield. And then in the mid game, depending whether you have mech or pipe, you could actually tank a lot more for your team, or not very much. So we'll see how it goes. It seems like it's going to be a Mirana support here by Febby. Although that could change. It could be a Mushi Mirana, and then they're going to last pick for Febby. Although I've seen like every time that Fnatic draft, they always last pick Mushi's hero. It's never like last pick anything else.
I think Febby would probably play a pretty good Mirana here. But it's like you said, it's very up in the air right now. I think mid Mirana is definitely okay here. Especially, it doesn't really do that well against Shadow Fiend, but you're still going to get your level. Farm might not be as easy, though.
Okay, so if you could pick something for Mushi to go up against Shadow Fiend, what would it be?
Probably Queen of Pain here.
Okay. Now, Queen's...
10 seconds to go.
I mean, there's also TA in the pool.
Yeah, TA is not bad as well. I think if you don't go for Queen of Pain, then you should pick someone who can actually hit buildings. Because I think it should be relatively safe for you to pick a mid laner that can hit buildings behind with a Underlord and a Juggernaut sitting behind you. You can just drop the healing ward in case anything happens, and Underlords can just help the mid laner disengage or whoever's going to be hitting the buildings.
I was going to say that between Underlord and Juggernaut, I think that's already enough push, right? Because Underlord's very good at hitting buildings too.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's all right.
I mean, Atrophy Aura, after like a Crude Wave, he gets like 100 free plus damage, or after a fight.
It takes a while for you to ramp up that kind of damage, though, because you have to remember normally you only get one or two levels of atrophy R up, and then you max out the Firestorm and pit him
Sure,
out.
sure. I'm thinking more of like the mid to late game scenario, but you're right. You don't max atrophy early. GeekFam looking to pick up a carry, and ideally a carry that could bully the Underlord a bit in the laning stage. Timbersaw could move to the carry position, but I doubt that's going to be the case. I mean, the good old Lifestealer is still in the pool. You don't have a lot of ways to get the Lifestealer into the fight, but if you want somebody that could chunk Pitlord, Lifestealer is not a bad one.
They don't have very many defensive heroes right now, so I think they should either pick one up or just commit to the
YOLO
aggressive. Yeah, the aggressive lineup.
Okay.
One hero goes forward, the entire team goes forward. Maybe Sven is not too bad here, I think.
What about something like a Terrorblade? Oh, Venge carry.
Okay, I mean, I like this too.
I mean, that's definitely going forward. Venge carry against Pitlord Mirana? Is that a good... I don't know, man. I feel like Pitlord is probably one of the best heroes against this type of carry, right? You go for early magic stick.
10 seconds to go.
And this lane is so spell reliant that Pitlord might be just too tanky to kill.
It might be enough between the Ogre Magi, the Venge Stun. I mean, you're gonna have Howl and Vengeance Aura as well.
Right.
I think it's actually doable.
Okay.
Unless Fnatic pick something to lane with the Underlord, then it's like not gonna happen.
I mean, nevertheless, this is a very, very risky kind of draft, right? Because if you don't get a ton of kills against the Underlord, I feel like he gets to... Like, once you don't find those level 1 or 2 kills, it's just not going to get any easier as he levels up.
Now they have to deal with the Tinker as well. I mean, this Tinker is probably not going to be played by Mushi, right? I never see Mushi play this hero.
No, Mushi... This is a Mushi special.
Really?
Yeah, he likes playing the hero. Although, to be honest, I don't see him win a lot on the hero. So...
But I mean, I definitely like this pickup here. It's pretty damn hard to catch this Tinker with the kind of lineup they have here. Venge is going to have to disable the Blink with the Howl or something like that, and then swap him in. But other than that, there's not too many ways to deal with the Tinker here.
I mean, you can always beat him in lane. It seems like in the past couple games, Mushi is the one that's struggling in the lanes quite a bit. So... there's always that, but I feel like Fnatic, they have, especially with the Crystal Maiden aura, I feel like both Tinker and the Pitlord is going to have a relatively good game. So I'm liking Fnatic's draft right from the get-go, and that's not something I say very frequently. Normally, I feel like they're the team that gets outdrafted quite a bit.
All right, Febby with the boot start. They're going to walk right past each other. Rodgy going to deep ward in. I think both of these wards are probably going to go unnoticed.
Oh, it depends.
He's going to run into Roggy, right? No,
No.
they walk past each other. So there's absolutely no information right now.
Okay. Hits Roche once, just to show him who's boss. Alright, neither team really doing anything crazy. And actually, you're right, it's going to be Fated playing Tinker. Mushi back into the safe lane for this game. I could have sworn I've seen Mushi play Tinker before.
I like...
Never?
I wouldn't say I can say never, because I don't exactly watch all of his games.
I'm going to Dota buff Mushi right now. I miss the days of that Dota.
Is the site dead?
Yeah, it's dead. I think, like, the API changed or something, and it made it very hard for them to pull stats. Let's see, Tinker.
So Underlord picks up a Quelling Blade here, and he's cutting down all the trees. Is there some kind of pull I'm not aware of with the Underlord?
Which ones? These trees?
Yeah, he's cutting down the entire camp.
I wonder if it's going to help March farm? Probably not, right?
It's too early.
Yeah, it's too early for March farm. I have no idea what this is about.
Well, we're about to find out. Maybe he might just be waiting to stack it. That's probably the case more than anything.
Like
Because I don't think you can actually do the pull with Underlord, but he can stack it to the side at least.
If he doesn't stack it, then Febby probably will. Alright, so apparently, Mushi has played 4 Tinker games in the last 5 months. So that's definitely not high margin.
That's not high at all.
He's won 2 and lost 2.
Alright, the classic. The bodyguard in the mid lane.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend definitely needs this bit of help. Actually, Fade should be very happy the fact that he's getting the creep wave under the tower, right? But instead he's like still...
I mean, it's just up to... They just want to get the souls up for Tiki. That's all you really want.
Okay.
And he'll probably stay here until he gets about 8 souls or something like that, and then you'll feel a lot more comfortable in this lane. Until then, I mean, Tinker just does more damage than you.
So GeekFam going on the offensive with the Venge tri-lane, which... Not a tri-lane yet because of Raji being mid, but... Do you feel like this is a good offensive dual lane combination? Or try once the Ogre comes here?
I think it's perfectly fine as a dual lane.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I don't think they're going to be able to keep Mushi down from farming. And unless Crystal Maiden gets caught out of position, like, you just don't actually, like, force a kill here ever, right?
It might actually be a better idea for the Crystal Maiden to just go into the jungle.
And just let Mushi...
Well, actually, not anymore, though.
Yeah, once Raji comes back up. Because I think if... Like, the only way they could kill Mushi is they lift into a Magic Missile into a Fire Blast.
Oh,
okay, they find Crystal Maiden behind the tower. Now he's getting body blocked. He is dying so quickly. And like I said, Crystal Maiden is really the only one you can kill, but if you find him under the trees like that, that is a great pick.
That was just really good recognition.
Sees a courier.
GeekFam.
Gonna get an easy kill there. Nicely done. And it's even gonna take the enemy runes. Okay. Well, that's a pretty good salvage for the first blood. And then the bottom lane, we have a matchup that it is kind of boring to watch. We got the Pitlord versus Timbersaw, and I think the initial feeling is that Velo should win this lane. But I don't think he will win it that hard. It's actually not too bad for Ohio.
He seems to be doing perfectly fine.
Yeah. I mean, Pitlord is just so tanky, and he gets to like push the wave out with Firestorm. In fact, he's looking to actually get a little pull action going, so...
Oh, he has to be really careful here. Fade is level 4, and he's only on 2 points. He can easily just walk up and laser rocket. I think you're just dead.
Yeah, he also like has to worry about Febby just randomly arrowing him in the back.
In fact, I'm actually surprised he didn't just kill him there. I think with the laser and the rocket, it should be more than enough damage for him to kill off the Shadow Fiend.
I guess he didn't want to commit because he don't actually have the 2 rocket points skilled yet. And once you do skill it, you're kind of in for good. Top lane looks like we had a... Wait, why is this Rubik hitting so hard? Or is he just hitting a CM? Or he's just hitting
a CM.
Yeah. I was like,
One
CM,
armor CM.
CM's losing a lot of HP. Psyonix is going to come right back here. They're going to lift him up. Magic Missile is going to be there. Spin is still on cooldown, and Magic Missile should be keeping him alive, and Psyonix cannot get the last right click on. Crystal Maiden now in the trees.
They find the CM, though.
ADTR is going to look to pour it out. Magic Missile still not cooled down just yet. So very close call for the top duel lane here for Fnatic, but nobody dies.
So even though they get the kill on Venge, I think GeekFam are actually okay with this lane so far. I mean, obviously you don't want to give up kills like that, but as long as they stay up here and they keep pressuring Mushi, they should be perfectly fine with this.
Okay.
Timbersaw is going to carry them throughout the mid game.
I mean, that's a hope and goal, and Timbersaw already forced Ohio to take a shrine trip. But once Ohio gets his energy booster and arcane boots up, he gets to like accelerate his farm quite a bit. Faded on the mid lane here will get the double raises, and he is going to go down. Tihi's going to pick up the kill, puts him at max souls, and he is feeling pretty good. Bottom lane, Timbersaw dropping very low. Nice root here by Ohio to secure the kill. There you go.
Oh, top lane Mushi, he's like trapped.
Nah, he just
they're
want to
fine.
hear the
He's fine.
CM line when CM's next to him.
Radiant's bottom tower
He's fine.
seen better days. Dire's top tower.
He's getting pressured very hard though. He's not able to farm as much as he would like to.
Yeah. I mean, compared to the Venge, he's only down by 4 CS, so is it really that bad?
The way I see it is that at the end of the day, it's just a carry Venge is a lot more effective
Okay.
without the amount of farm versus a Juggernaut.
I mean, that's true, but GeekFam is committing 3 heroes to shut down Mushi, right? So Febby's freed on the map to, for example, put pressure on the bottom, to put pressure on mid. So I still think that even though Mushi's not doing too well, he is sacrificing for the rest of his team.
Oh, mid lane, they're gonna cut the lift.
Okay.
Where's the Shadow Fiend?
Yeah, where is the Shadow Fiend? Fada says, thanks for the free kill. Nice 2-man gank. I will pick
That
one
was
up.
so close. Did you see Shadow Fiend? He was walking through the march to get that Raisin, and he had 19 life just by walking through the march. The march almost killed him.
Velo. Ooh, drops a pretty deep ward for himself. Interesting to see that kind of ward.
They must know about it, right?
I mean, he walked there in the nighttime. I don't think the patch of trees
Oh, okay.
will spot you.
A little strange to see him walking out of that area, though.
Magic Missile going on the CM, and again, CM somewhat out of position. Easy kill, and now Mushi's spinning. I think they're going to just right-click Mushi. Mushi needs to get back here.
He's doesn't have to worry about Psionics. No mana left. Another kill on the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah.
One thing to point out is, even though they're kind of suffering up here, Febby has a lot of farm.
Got Arcane Boots and a point booster. Is that it? Raji?
7 minutes in.
Alright, Nova. Can they actually get the Frostbite over the tree line? No. I mean, I think even if they
I'm
combo him, he's not
sure.
going to die.
I'm sure he could have, but Febby just used his arrow to farm.
Okay. Ohio's getting pressured pretty heavily here. Okay. Shockham's gonna miss. That will also miss.
He just doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean, Velo.
Standing under the tower.
Okay.
Misses again. Still taking a ton of damage.
And then force him to port home. Wow. I mean. Okay. So if you look at Velo, he's actually queuing up for a Vanguard. The other day when he played Timbersaw, he went for Hood Vanguard, Greaves, Pipe, or sorry, no Greaves, Crimson Guard and Pipe. And basically his job was to stand under the tier 4s to zone out the team. And then allow his team to push. And if you kind of... Omni Slash going off against Raji. Raji's going to take the rune, but looks like he's going to pay for it. Meanwhile, back on the top here, ADTR is going to go down, but not before he takes down the Rubik. So, 2-for-1 trade here, Fnatic. Definitely ahead. But yeah, Velo is going to just play the frontline tank to allow to create space for his Venge as well as Shadow Fiend just to push buildings.
He's gonna have to carry GeekFam in the mid game, I think. I don't
Look at
know
him.
if-
Look at him right now.
He's got 90 mana. I'm surprised he's doing.
I mean, they actually can't punish him that much.
Dire's bottom tower.
I guess once the Crystal Maiden comes here, it's somewhat annoying. Meanwhile, back in the top lane, looks like Mushi has went down. Sorry for missing all these kills, but we are having a fairly action-packed game here.
Tower's getting banged up.
Look at this bottom lane. He's just down here destroying this tier 2.
Yeah.
It's this double damage.
This Velo Timbersaw playstyle is very unique to him. I've not seen any other player go for something similar.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Most of the time you would see people just picking up the Soul Ring and farming.
Yeah.
But he's pressuring pretty heavily with just the Arcane Boots.
I mean, if you want to go for a defensive item on Timber, I've seen players go for Hood first, but then always back to the Bloodstone, right?
Right. So he's got the Soul Ring queued up right now.
Okay, so maybe we're going to see him transitioning back to the Bloodstone. But wouldn't surprise me too much if this is just a casual Soul Ring for now, for manas. Nice Firestorm. I'm going to go under your tower now. Oh my god.
He's
This
very
is-
good at keeping his stacks up
Yeah.
at all times.
I mean, he would just like find a creep wave, just tank it.
Mid
Like,
lane?
oof.
Just
He
hit
finds
it.
a solo kill here. Arrow from Febby, but that's only a level 1 arrow. Double Star Storm is gonna hit. He's gonna let the Requiem channel. And I think
Alright,
Feb
Febby.
needs a little bit more here. He's gonna take the rune. Okay, right clicks are coming
Febby
through.
is playing this out so well.
Starstorm, he needs to catch up. This is a Starstorm kill. Double Starstorm, but the... Oh my god. Oh. Teehee trying to make some play. And Febby's gonna get driven away here. Simultaneously, Crimson gonna take down Mushi up top. How did he not die there? That was well played by him as well.
Raindrops.
Yeah.
It's all about them raindrops. It's OP.
The Dire might want to mine the top tower.
So, I was comparing Psyonix's farm to Mushi's earlier, but now the Venge has really pulled ahead. About 10 CS apart, now threatening to take the tower. That's a brave man TPing in.
Bugs TPing
Mushi.
in.
Okay, nice arrow. It's going to hit the Venge in the face, and now Mushi's going to spin in. Starstorm's going to take him low as well. And there's actually a Dark Rift coming up here from the Pit Lord. They run Raji as well. There's going to be a Frostbite. Mushi coming back in. They have Omni Slash, and they might need to commit that Omni Slash. No, just the right clicks is going to be enough to get the kill.
Double Starstorm. That's all it took. I think Febby is actually going to be carrying on the support bottom.
Yeah.
It's only 11 minutes in. He's almost he's more than halfway to his scepter.
He's
actually
highest
really
net
good.
worth on his team.
Tower could use a little help.
What's happening?
The power of arrowing creeps nonstop.
I mean, Mushi in
Look at his
Ohio.
efficiency.
Yeah.
He just goes to the shrine to heal up instead of waiting.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've been saying for days. People need to do more of that. I mean, I was gonna say like he's the highest net worth on his team, but I think that's more so the 3 of his cores are just having a tough time. Like they're just being pressured very heavily. Or is this just a Korean AOE?
No, it's definitely true that they're getting pressured a lot, but at the same time, it's kind of expected that the sacrifice is going to be made.
Oh, 4-man smoking. Mushi, he just walks straight in, not actually spinning. He will Omni Slash right now and spin. Okay, he's doing a lot of damage to Raji. The nice pit of malice. Raji jukes back into team, pops the magic stick, baits out Mushi. Mushi is gonna be dead now. Crimson steals the spin, going to work here. Velo's in here as well, joining the fray, but it looks like they don't have detection here, and they have to back off.
They make the right choice of not walking uphill against that Tinker. He's just setting up a death trap for them, and they make the right choice to just walk.
Arrow, that's gonna
huge
hit
arrow.
Velo right in the face, and that should be an easy kill. Starstorm gonna secure it. Mega kill streak here on Febby. I am surprised by the fact that Mushi is spinning to actually take that fight, because he could have easily escaped with a spin. Maybe
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there.
expecting his team to come a little bit sooner than they actually did.
It's okay though. The Carry Murano is coming online.
Support Juggernaut. Carry Murano.
600 gold away.
I mean, the quote-unquote downside of your Febby coming online is that he's going to eat up a lot of farm on the map, which is going to make it even further difficult for the Juggernaut, the Pit Lord, the Tinker to catch back up. Unless you're just okay with Febby just, you know, taking over the game.
Yeah, I think that he should be more than happy for that to happen. He has so much farm, he can easily make it happen. There's nothing really stopping them from just letting him do whatever he wants at this point.
No, my question is, do you give him, like, #1 farm priority?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower seems better days.
It's not like the CM really needs anything. CM can just buy everything.
Okay, Mushi needs to wait for a spin TP. Actually, spin TP is not guaranteed here. Okay, now it's guaranteed, but he's gonna be dead. Psyonix swaps Ogre away for the stun. And Mushi getting caught once again. He is not having a good game.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Space for
Space for the carry Febby, dude.
the Murana.
Yeah.
All right, they're looking at Teehee up here. This is going to be a
Oh.
difficult kill.
Yeah, pit misses. I mean, not that difficult. If the pit hits, Arrow's gonna hit. And that's a guarantee one. But Ohio missing
He's
it.
very tanky though. That's the
I mean,
issue.
Firestorm-
He still has one more raindrop.
Firestorm, Arrow, double Starstorm? I don't know. I think that's enough.
Only 100 gold away now.
This is a support 60-minute Ags on Mirana. Seems good.
Alright, he's got it.
Yeah.
They should actually smoke up, or... Yeah, I think they should just smoke up. They should take a fight with this. This is probably enough for them to win a team fight with, I think.
Alright, Velo's beginning the slowest Roshan ever. But now his team's gonna come, so if Dire wants to take a fight, this is the time. They got the big item, but Mushi is just content to farm right now. I mean, I understand he needs to farm.
They know about it.
Arrow is gonna hit on the Venge, I believe. Marching Machine is gonna get set up. And I think they're just looking to delay this. Venge still dropping extremely low. Roshan just bashing, going to work. Ohio drops a pit. Nothing comes from it.
They don't know how low Roshan is. They need to get some information. I think they saw it with that ward drop.
Oh, arrow hits.
Oh, what an arrow.
Okay, double Star Storm, and that should be a kill. Omni Slash being committed, and the spin. Ohio's gonna take it with the Firestorm. Okay. And all of a sudden, Fnatic, off the back of one kill, is gonna transition straight into a push.
No healing ward though. It's a little scary. Yeah, they just backed off. Even though they do make the pick-off happen on the Timber Saw, it's still really difficult to push if you don't have that healing ward up. Especially since Mushi isn't exactly that farm.
Yeah.
If he gets swapped and lifted, it's just instantly... he's just gonna instantly die.
He's right-clicking for like 120 right now, which is, I mean, definitely not very up to timing. Arrow, it's gonna hit on... Okay. Crimson. I don't know if they want to follow up on that. So
no smokes up on Fnatic, and they don't have Moonlight Shadow, so they have to be very cautious of how they take this fight.
This is where I have trouble with Venge carry as a legitimate pick. Like, what is his goal kind of currently in this stage of the game, right? Because you have carry that could just stuck in the jungle and farm. You have carries that could push. You have carry that could team fight. Like, what is Venge? Okay, well...
Venge just forces your entire team to just...
Shadow Fiend trying to go for a solo kill here, but Teehee might actually go down to Mirana. Yes, the fire is going to burn him down. Now Ogre is going to be trapped right under the Tinker. Raji is going to Bloodlust and try to get out, but here comes the Timber Saw. Going to work here on the back line. Shrine's going to get pop here. Fade is going to get a lot of his HP back, and meanwhile it looks like they're going to chase the Timber Saw. Timber Saw has a hood available. Just commanding so much of that attention. He's in there. Meanwhile it looks like Mushi on the low ground, preventing this Roshan from happening.
Well, all things considered, actually, that's a victory for Fnatic, but not exactly that big of a victory, I would say. There's still a Requiem, but they do kill off the Shadow Fiend. Can't do Roshan for themselves either, it's just not enough damage.
Well, I don't think Fnatic needs Rosh, right? They have been repeatedly denying it to GeekFam. I feel like GeekFam's the team that's committing more for Rosh. And the fact that they're not getting Rosh is a pretty big deal for Fnatic.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, reporting back in for Velo's build. Hood, Vanguard, Soaring. So, the Velo tank build.
He can still die. It's just very hard for them to kill him. But
Yeah.
he can still die if he gets caught out.
I mean, he shouldn't really die if his team is around him, right?
Yeah, definitely. But it's like you said, this is one of the weaknesses of the Venge carry. I think you definitely don't want to just spend all your time trying to farm.
Okay.
You need to work towards an objective, towards the next objective, and then kind of starve out your opponents, because you definitely don't want to take a farming battle with a Venge core, because she doesn't exactly farm fast at all.
I mean, one thing to point out about the Venge core is that she does scale very well stat-wise. Let's see. 2.6 strength, 3.3 agility. Like, those are pretty decent gains compared to, like, other agility carries out there. But her very weak attack range and the fact that her skill set is just not very synergized for carry is I think, the bigger problem.
Oh, the stolen Firestorm by Rubik.
Yeah.
Just like
Dude, this is like a creep graveyard on the river. It's just like 2 Firestorm. Oh, nice swap back in. Mushi gonna get spin on cooldown again, and he's gonna get caught.
Couldn't even spin anyways. He was just stun locked the entire time.
Yeah. I mean, if he got swapped, you could press the F button like crazy. All right, double Firestorm again on the mid lane.
Rubik is actually super legit against Pit Lord, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Every single spell you can steal. I actually think, yeah, every single spell you steal is really good.
Alright, they're gonna go on Velo up top. The chain setting's real, and looks like the Velo tank build, not tanky enough. Not against like 3 nukers. Meanwhile, back in the jungle here. Ohio, nice Pit here, but Pit is gonna get stolen. Firestorm's gonna cover his retreat port in. I believe that's gonna be Mushi. Yeah, Mushi's gonna spin through the Pit. Raji taking a lot of damage. Okay, they have Omni Slash available. Mushi's gonna get pitted up on the way back, and his whole team, the whole team gets pitted up as well. And now they lose Mushi again. Alright,
That's definitely not what you want for your carry jug.
Yeah. I mean, is he a carry jug? I mean, look at his net worth.
He's below the slow farming bench, which is rough.
Yep. Sarnex is again forcing this Roche. This is the 3rd attempt here. And Pitlor needs to start dropping some fire on top of this place.
They're committing to this Roche, but not fully committing. I'm kind of surprised.
Okay, Arrow. That's going to see the Roche. And a good Pit, and Firestorm could win them the fight. Pit outside of it, Firestorm. But they're not fighting them. And GeekFam feels enough time to just take it for free.
I think it's a wiser decision to not take that fight. They don't have their jug. You definitely don't want to take a fight without your jug.
Alright, swap back in. Febby's gonna get Magic Missile. Nice Force Staff though, and now Velo goes in. Try and zone out Febby. Teehee between 2 towers now. Gonna focus on the tower. This seems to be the GeekFam strategy. Just to zone you completely away. Arrow not gonna hit here. Tower taking a ton of damage. And this is gonna be the timing push coming out. Fnatic jumps in here, but Febby gets lifted, and he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. He needs to leap back out, but the Pit of Malice, the second reroute with the lift in combination with Crimson. Nicely done. They get a kill. They take down the tier 2. Don't think they can actually push for high ground though.
It's kind of surprising to see how easy it is to push against a Tinker this game.
Yeah.
This is where that Velo build comes in. That pipe is doing a lot of work right now.
Alright, they ping out Teehee. Central Ward gets dropped down. They can Frostbite him. Alright. Pit. And Teehee should be going down to an Omni Slash or just a spin. Oh, he's gonna die here a second time. Oh my god, he almost killed Crystal Maiden now. That's actually a big deal here, right? Because that Aegis was supposed to be the security for all your outer towers.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a big deal whenever you kill off a core who has an Aegis for free.
Yeah.
Well, we're just gonna have to see how much Fnatic is able to accomplish with this.
I mean, I think Fnatic's definitely in the back foot, so if they get a tier 1 and go back to farm, I think they should be happy. But no, they want actually Velo. The arrow's going to hit on the back line. Double Starstorm's going to come in, and Velo, again, just gets bursted. The pipe this time not doing enough either. And suddenly, would that kill a secondary kill? And keep in mind, he doesn't have the Bloodstone, so his respawn time is going to be much longer than what you expect from a mid-game Timber. So now, looking at Ohio's damage, got the plus 115. This is kind of what I meant earlier.
Firestorm.
Okay, that's going to push everyone back, but they have the healing ward, so everyone's still relatively healthy.
And that concludes the end of their push. They just backed up.
Alright, so if you're Febby here, are you thinking about Ethereal Blade as your next follow-up, or are you thinking about, like, Dagon, or are you transitioning to physical? Like, what kind of build are we looking at?
I'm just looking at his item queue up. He queued up for Yules first, and then now he's got Manta.
Neither of these items seem very impressive.
I would agree with you there.
Yeah.
I think Lotus Orb is not a bad choice.
Oh, you want to go back for utility? I feel like he needs to keep on building damage to just keep killing Velo.
I think at this point it's a little better for him to let his cores do the damage again. Oh, Psionics.
Nice.
Swaps in Rodgi.
And now it looks like they're gonna make it out there, or at least try to. Ohio and his team. Whew, they out. Good taxi driver. Actually, they're back in the mid lane. I mean, you say allow his team to do the damage. I think he is the team right now, Febby. Like he's really the only one doing the burst damage. Ohio has got some decent burst damage, or sorry, the sustained damage with Firestorm, and that's it. And Mushi's just
Tinker's catching up though. Tinker's catching up, and Pillord also has a lot of farm.
Okay.
So the rest of this team is definitely catching up already.
Well, it seems like Febby's committing for this Manta build. Interesting to see Ohio has gone for a Force Staff instead of the usual Greaves. But I think it has helped him land a couple more pits in these fights, so I think it's definitely paid for itself.
Force Staff is just a god tier item altogether. And at the end of the day, he does have both items anyways.
No, he's going for Veil next. He's not worried about surviving, he just want to kill people. I mean, I guess if your Underlord's going Veil, then I'm okay with Mirana going for like other stuff, right? Veil is going to get arrowed, and now Psionics looking for a swap. That's going to find the Pit Lord. Pit Lord's going to get lifted as well, and this is not the fight you want to start with. Pit Lord dies very quickly. ADTR looking to pour it out. He will make it, and Mirana is fine. I'm not used to seeing Timbers and Pit Lord dying like pretty much instantaneously.
It is definitely a lot of damage coming out.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why for this game is just that there's a lot of pure damage on both sides. Timbersaw is more than enough to just blow up a Pit Lord, and you can't exactly tank up against the pure damage from the Tinker Laser.
Yeah.
Alright, they want to go for Velo again. They're trying to cut him off at the jungle.
Velo finally going back for that Bloodstone build.
They find him, but the Mirana Invis already runs out.
I think the biggest factor is Teehee. Like, once Teehee gets BKB, is there any actual real threat to him? Because Jug hits for, like, no damage. Everyone else is magical.
That's actually a good point. I don't think they really have too many answers apart from Mushi being able to farm up a bit more.
Right.
He's going for the Diffusal Blade as well, so if Teehee picks up a BKB, I don't think this item choice is going to do enough damage to kill him off.
Yeah, they will really need to rely on something like a Lucky Arrow from Febby and then try to kill him before BKB. I mean, honestly, GeekFam doesn't have too much save. They do have the Venge swap. But if you can get the Shadow Fiend before he activates BKB, that's still a...
Oh, they're waiting for the Tinker. They want this Tinker.
Okay. He's not blinking in, though. Psionics.
They know about this.
So let's say if this game gets dragged out to like 40, 50 minutes, right? I think Fnatic is gonna be starting to outscale GeekFam. I think Tinker's really gonna take over the game at that point.
I think GeekFam's draft is actually not bad for late game.
Okay. Ooh, Psionics is gonna get found here. Omni Slash available, and they're gonna just bring him down. The arrow's gonna miss, but it does not matter. Fabby's gonna pick up the killing spree streak.
Fnatic are slowly making their comeback now.
Yeah.
Game's like pretty much dead even, I believe. It's just a couple thousand here and there.
Mirana gets lifted.
Oh,
Multi-cast.
what happened to his lift?
No, he just used a lift. And now, oh, the root on Teehee. Teehee, he will now have to activate his 10-second BKB just to run. This is not really how he envisioned to use the BKB, but...
Rodkey, they're going to get up the Ogre as well. Another
Alright.
2 for 0.
I think you push now, right? BKB's down?
That is definitely not how you want to use your first BKB.
Yep.
Arrow?
Not gonna hit.
Almost hits Velo.
Bloodstone is finished on Velo, but mana is really not the issue for him right now. Mana is almost secondary. Link lift here from Mushi. Great defensive force staff, and that pit stopping everybody. Okay, they swap Faded back in. Faded in a lot of trouble. Faded's probably going to go down to a couple right click. The Greaves keeps him alive, and he's still barely alive. Cynex on the back line. The Crystal Maiden ultimate doing a ton of damage. Mushi getting driven away by Teehee, but now Teehee gets rooted up here. Frostbitten as well. Do they actually want to take this fight? It's down to about half HP. Healing Ward gets down immediately. Febby goes back in. Double Starstorm and the arrow gets him dead. Ohio's still alive thanks to his Atrophy Aura. Now they turn on Velo. Leap, but no, the right click. Finally, it's going to bring him down. Crimson force staff himself away, and Crimson might actually survive this. Yes, on the backline, Velo just bursts down Mushi. ADTR is going to be in a lot of trouble as well. Couple of right click is going to do the job. Whirling Death is just as good. And Crimson survives to tail to tail. Ohio will also lumber away. And what
This is what they need from their Timbersaw, but he has to carry through the mid game with this kind of draft.
Yep, 4k damage from the Timber, 4k from the Shadowfee. And Tinker's dealing 3,000 himself. Crystal Maiden, though, second highest, so 2,300.
Crystal Maiden was just... That was like a full duration freezing field up on the high ground.
I thought he only hit like one person there, but... Look at this Venge attack speed. It's crazy. And this is without Bloodlust.
So, you know, the thing about Venge, I feel, it's like she feels like the old school Mirana carry,
Okay.
where she's really strong in the early game, and then she kind of falls off in the mid game. But once you reach the late game again and she has the farm, she's like really, really strong again. That's how I feel about Venge.
Yeah, it's like when you made a comparison to the carry Mirana, like he really takes over when he gets that like Manta and then like Butterfly, for example, right? The Butterfly really puts a Mirana over to the edge as a very legitimate carry. And I think the Venge is perhaps just one item away as well. I think she already might be there already with the presence of the Dark Lord and Bloodlust. Like she already is right clicking for a ton of damage. Maybe she's gonna just go back for a BKB for survivability. Crystal Maiden breaks the smoke. They want Ohio, but Ohio, look at his HP. Okay, he greased off the break, but it does not matter to swap him back in. He's dead. Febby comes in with the double Starstorm, but everyone's sealed back up. Okay, that was a quick pick on Ohio.
I mean, at this point, I think you should just go for... I think the best route for this Venge is going BKB and then possibly Butterfly and Hurricane Pike.
Sure.
Be really strong in the late game.
I mean, if his teammates is alive, I think he's just okay to build survivability, right? Because his teammates are giving him so much damage. With the Bloodlust and the Presence.
I mean, his cores right now are just really strong as well.
Yeah.
He can easily rely on his Timbersaw and the Shadow Fiend to do enough damage.
Ironically, if you want to talk about net worth, both the Venge and the Juggernaut are neck to neck. But the Venge, to me, is doing much more as a hero right now.
Yep. Definitely. It's like I mentioned earlier, she just functions better. If they both have low farms, she's just a better hero because she has utility at least.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a game like this where the safe lane carries, or the supposed #1 position for both teams is like just on the middle or the bottom half. But it's okay, because there's more carries on both sides. Off lanes are being carries, supports are being carries. Everyone's a carries now.
This is like the most even distribution of farm.
Yeah.
Alright, Ohio's in danger again. They want this kill. Swap, into lift.
Yep, swap into lift. Exactly like you said. And then, you know, Greaves, he'll try to walk away, but it's not going to be enough. Ooh, the nukes are looking strong here. I wonder if now regretting the decision to go for the Veil. So I really feel like if he has a pipe, he might actually stand a better chance to survive this. Raji going right into ADTR. Oh, but the slow arms of that ogre, dude. Gotta lift up that hamstick.
And Velo is farming up a storm.
He's got Yules too. Oh, I really like the Yules pickup.
Oh, arrow? Bench? Gonna go down here.
Oop.
Very nice setup from Febby.
Dyer's top tower, you know the drill.
Well, looks like Febby is still doing his best to put the team on his back.
I don't think his damage is keeping up though.
It's definitely not. It's not enough right now.
Yeah, he's going back for Lincolns. Yeah. Because if you look at these item outputs here, Timbersaw has the Yules. I think Ogre has also... No, Ogre's going for a Glimmer Cape. So we're looking at a ton of survivability from GeekFam. And Velo dying previously where like he just got gangbanged by 3 people, I don't think that's going to happen as frequently anymore. Or if at all. I say that though. He's right in front of the building. Okay, there's Yules, there's Glimmer, both being used at the same time. He gets rerouted again. Velo's in there, and now he's out. They're still trying to go on him.
He's so tanky.
He hasn't lost any bit of HP. He's still coming left and right. Omni Slash gets used here.
This is not going to do anything.
Omni Slash is literally tickling him. He's just going to Timber Chain away. They will get Raji, though. Okay. But here comes Tihi on the back line, and so does Rubik from the side of the trees. They're still going Velo. Velo now goes back in here. Mushi's isolated from his team, but he gets Yules by Velo, and now Mushi in a lot of trouble trying to get away. The trees are being cut up. Mushi gets lifted. Mushi's dead. Meanwhile, Swap got that illusion really good. 24 gold. The arrow's going to hit onto Bench.
I mean, all in all, that's definitely a huge win for GeekFam. That was an Omni Slash burn, and they also get the Jug kill. Should be an easy tier 2 for them.
Yeah. Okay, Ohio's gonna get a lot of trouble as well, and the Stolen Pit doing so much work here. Velo's gonna use some health back up, and meanwhile, he is gonna be fine. Oh my god, 61 regen per second, casual.
Alright, right as I say that, they overcommit, and
yeah,
there's that Tinker. Can't underestimate the millions of rockets in March coming out.
Fighting into Pit, into Firestorm, into Tinker is... it's not the way.
Yeah, I think they should have just played it safely, hit the tower with Venge and the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend does a lot of damage.
Yeah. Has an MKB finish. Alright, looks like he's gotten the damage per so he is just sitting, looking super strong. I guess evasion is not very important in this game, right? As his alternative. Who's he actually evading?
Right, it's just a Juggernaut. And Juggernaut doesn't exactly have the greatest of farm, so he definitely doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
He's just outscaling everyone right now, and he's going for the Satanic next.
Sure. Yeah.
Alright, Aegis is off of Tihi. I'm not sure if they want to wait for another Roshan. I think they should definitely, like, push with their advantage before the Roshan.
Alright, Ohio makes a play by casting his Dark Rift and tries to last at the tower, but I think tower got denied.
Yeah, Venge denied it.
And Dark Rift got stolen as well, so I wonder if Crimson's going to make some play with it. Venge.
This is a fairly wealthy Rubik. He has all of the utility items.
You get Firestorm too as an option to steal, right? Like, he's actually...
oh, that's right, huh?
He's got a point booster, but he's queuing into a Hex instead. Interesting. Oh, ADTR is going to find Velo. Oh, Frostbitten, and now I think Velo might be... no, sorry, ADTR might be dead. Or not. Yule Scepter's going to bring him up, and he's going to get reroot again. Okay, rebite. But here comes the team. Rubik bring in everyone with the Dark Rift. Defensive swap, and he's out. Velo's still alive. Omni Slash is going to come out, and Sionex taking all of it. Okay, Echo Shield's going to get dropped. Velo's still alive, and now Shadow Fiend getting the right clicks here. Mushi taking a ton of damage. Mushi down to about half HP. Raji looking for a stun. Velo
Oh,
still
damn, be
alive
careful.
in the fight here. Chakram is gonna find Mushi by Velo. Velo making the place right now. Meanwhile, Requiem on the backline. Ohio is gonna go down to the Shadow Fiend right clicks. Mushi's gonna heal himself back up, and all of this, Velo is still alive. I think officially Ray Boss is the correct title for this one.
He was so close to dying, and he was waiting for the last minute to get off that timber chain, and there was also a swap helping him.
Yeah, I don't think they expected the cavalry to arrive via Dark Rift, because
for sure.
that is not a play you play around.
We were just talking about the Rubik being fairly wealthy and picking up his utility. The reason why he has the Hex queued up is because he already finished his.
Oh, okay.
Scepter.
Seems good.
That's how wealthy he is.
Yeah, he has
He
rearm.
almost has the same farm as the Avenge.
Sure. I mean, he's not too far behind in terms of like comparing to the Pit Lord, right? Like Pit Lord normally is like the third highest in terms of net worth in an actual game. But this is just a very different Dota game. Like everyone's farm distribution is so weird.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's like you said, the Firestorm is what enabled this Rubik to do this. You get that Firestorm, it is just easy wave clearing for you.
Is there any reason you would keep rearm on Rubik? No, right? Like there's no.
Of course there is. Rearm is just a godly spell. I mean,
and you can rearm your items.
You can rearm your items. You can chain telekinesis someone.
Perma telekinesis. I mean, I don't think he has a mana pool, but he's got.
You can do it. You can do. He has enough to do it 3 times if he really wants to lock someone down.
Oh, Frostbite, that's gonna catch ADTR. Oh no! The Omni Slash gets kited, and ADTR says, Mushi, why you kill me like this? And now it's gonna be ADTR going down. Velo, though, making the plays.
Alright, that was a sick play.
That was absolutely sickening. And now, they're gonna just go up to the high ground. Teehee says, okay, yeah, I got MKB, I got BKB. Venge, I believe, has got BKB as well. Mushi got an invis, he's fine. Instead of going for the high ground, they're gonna go for the bottom push instead. Velo already shoving the lane in. He's up to 20 Bloodstone charges. And the impressive thing about this is Bloodstone was like a mid-game item for him. He didn't even rush it.
It definitely helps that he has not died in a very long time, despite Fnatic's efforts.
Yep. Oh, the swap back in here. That's going to be Tinker getting caught. It faded.
Oh,
just
that is
faded.
Such an important kill.
Where did he go? Now Ohio's going to get caught here as well. Okay, buyback from Tinker. Everyone's going to respect the buyback, but the root is going to keep Raji in place a little bit longer, but he's so tanky. Okay, he will go down the gem. It hits the deck. Velo's immediately going to pick it up here. The presence of mind for this Timbersaw. He is out.
Rubik?
Yeah, he's fine. Oh, Mushi, though. Making some play happen. Pretty good split push. Gets the tier 3 down to about 75% health. You know, Mushi,
Unfortunately for them, Mushi just doesn't have enough to team fight right now.
he doesn't,
not enough.
but he's catching up, right? Like, he used to be, I think, the 7th in terms of net worth. Now he's not the bottom half anymore. So he's definitely trying to farm himself back up. And now they're trying to steal Roshan. I'm not sure whether that's actually possible. The bash, can they swap him out? Mushi needs to spin. The Pit of Malice keeping Teehee in check, but he pops a BKB and it's going right in. Mushi in a lot of trouble. The Dark Rift, they swap Mushi back out. There's no taxi home for him. Wait, they actually got him? The AoE was huge. ADTR.
No, he just blinks out. He
blinked out. Okay, ADTR gonna die again here. Alright. Oh! Okay, I thought the Invis was gonna protect him. That was really, really overzealous of Fnatic to go for the Roche like that.
Alright, here comes the Roshan attempt again. I think Fnatic might actually have to defend against this.
Yeah, I think so as well. Faded
cannot get caught here.
Faded is in there. Faded is gonna get stunned. Faded does not have buyback. Faded is dead. He's denying himself here. Mushi's in a lot of trouble as well. Teehee pops the Requiem. Febby does not have leap. Febby's dead as well. And now Mushi's getting chased around. He's gonna try to spin, but I don't think they care. Oh, can he actually get off the blink? The blink's gonna be close. Oh, the last second of the blink CD, but it does not matter. 4 dead. Mushi does have buyback, but Ohio is the only line of defense here for the Raxus.
Yeah, no, the buyback on the Tinker was huge. Catching out the Tinker there was what really sealed the deal for them.
Yeah, Raxus is made of paper. And this
I think you end the game.
Yeah, you end the game. Okay.
Okay, they're just playing it safe.
Triple racks.
They're-
Nothing about dire structures right now. Guess what's happening?
Mushi not buying back because there's really no point. Swap back in. Oh, the Echo Shield. Nicely played here. Ohio will make it out of that swap, but... Alright, Mushi will finally buy back. Tinker is alive as well here. And everyone is on the retreat. Alright.
It seems like Velo is just really confident in Timbersaw's ability to pump out damage even without any of the damage items. Goes for the Octarine.
You know when Velo played for MVP, like this was his best hero. And you can see why, right? Like he just understands in and out of this hero.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of times you would see people pick up like Scepter or Shivas to get more damage in, but he's totally fine with what he has and continues to tank up. He's just actually might have enough to make him unkillable now. Alright.
Oh, Tinker.
Potential final push.
Tinker gets Yules. Tinker needs to make it out here. He's gonna try to rearm. Nope, he's gonna just walk away. Meanwhile, Omni Slash flying off here. The laser doing quite a bit of work here, and they are going to move Ogre. Velo's going to go back out here. Rubik in a lot of trouble. Rubik steals Crystal Maiden ultimate. Deals a lot of damage. It looks like he was going to go down. T-Hito with that Requiem. So much damage from the Shadow Fiend, and now everyone's dead. Mushi's dead. Crystal Maiden's dead. Ohio's dead. And it's going to be up to Febby as well as Tinker. Again, being the last line of defense. Okay.
Pause comes out. Alright, Febby is going to have to cut creeps. Really hard, too.
He doesn't have TP for 20 seconds.
All the more reason to cut creeps like crazy here.
Okay, okay. Because I'm going to say with 20 seconds, GeekFam makes it across the field. Okay.
Test.
All right, carry on.
I have not felt the presence of Febby's Manta or Diffusal.
I definitely agree with you there. I actually would have liked to see
EB Dagon?
something else. I mean, that's definitely better than what he has now, in my opinion, at least.
Okay.
I feel like this is a little too defensive.
Well, Firestorm being ignored, Pit of Malice being ignored, the tier 3. Okay, Permahex is on the playing field, but... Uh-oh, Tinker gets found. Tinker, Force Staff out. There's a Shrine right there, but I don't think he gets time to activate it. Echo Shields on him. He has a Ghost Scepter. His Shrine has survived, but... Okay, the Shrine's keeping him alive. He's trying to rearm a Blink, but it does not matter.
Did you see that? This is why rearm is good on Rubik. He
Okay.
chain telekinesis him because of rearm.
Damn. The place. And that's going to be it. With Faded Dead, GG gets called, and GeekFam takes one game against Fnatic. You were calling the 1-1. It might be a 2-0.
That was just really well played by Velo. I mentioned in the early game that he has to carry in the mid game
Yep.
for GeekFam to transition into the late game, and he did that perfectly. He just baited Fnatic 3 or 4 times, and they tried to kill him, and with no success, and it just turned into like a total turnaround in a team fight, and they just kept building their advantage like that.
I think the reason that this build is so successful, the Vanguard Hood first, is the fact that his team could output so much damage as well. I think if this was more of a normal lineup, where if your Venge and Shadow Fiend wasn't a hyper carry, I don't think this build would be that successful. But obviously, it definitely worked here, and big deal with shutting down Mushi early on. Like Mushi was just not a factor throughout this whole game.
Yeah, his farm was just far too low to have an impact throughout the entirety of the game. Like, you even saw him Omni Slash pretty much every single hit on Velo, and he just, like, walked it off.
Well, I mean, Velo has 60 armor or something, so that's not fair. It's the fact that I think there's one fight he Omni Slashed the Ogre, and Ogre just tanked the Omni Slash. He eventually died, but, like, I mean, that should not happen, right? Support tanking Omni Slash. Any case, game 1 is in the book here, and game 2 will be up next here. Can GeekFam get a 2-0 against Fnatic? That will be pretty big for this team. We'll have to wait and see. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back.